Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Random button tells me that I just played Eve, shut up. But I think that was more recent in fact than Judas, so maybe I can play Judas again. I don't care, I'm just going to let bias take this one and say that I'm going to play Judas. I think I played Eve after Judas, I don't really know, but Judas is like really fun and I haven't gotten enough randoms of Judas in the last like couple months basically. So here is Judas. The only particularly interesting character in my opinion besides Eve and Eden. You know what, this room is absolutely worth increasing my damage. Just one-shotting everyone is completely worth the amount of enemies there are here that can just like hit me once and put my run on very, very edge. Which is a weird way of saying it, but it just makes everything bad. I'd prefer not getting hit. Hey, neat. That significantly increases the chance that I get a drop from poops, though apparently it doesn't work. So actually that trinket does nothing. Definitely nothing. Trinket broke, doesn't do anything anymore. Honestly, I should be getting stuff from pretty much every other poop it feels normally. But right now I'm getting stuff from nothing. I feel like this is a rip. So I have Curse of the Blind this floor, which means that I am not going to be getting any clue what item I'm gonna get to pick up. I don't know how to speak today, by the way. Apparently this is my life. Just, I would give you a heads up, except it's already happening. Not like, oh, look out, I might not know how to talk, but I just don't. It's already happened. So that makes it so that spiders don't aggro on me, which is pretty cool, and it's actually early enough for once to be useful. I don't get that experience every day. Since I'm Judas, I am going to take this immediately. I think that's completely worth it. And then here, I should be able to just run on by everything. And it's fine. So, I could use my... Oh yeah, they don't aggro on me. That works on these dudes too. That's awesome. That's so useful. I like never noticed that, basically. Sweet. So this should give me a soul heart as well as a very useful orbital. I like it. This is going good places. Cubometer ball bandages both do the same thing. Block tears and 7 contact damage to enemies on hit. It's a good life. I'll go back for the battery, but I don't think I need to go back for the last room. There's not much reason to, I would say. I kind of got everything I need for a first floor Judas, which is a little bit of health to back me up, and anything that doesn't suck. Because Judas is just a really good character with all that extra damage, 1.35. Excuse me, I don't know how to speak. Anyway, I don't know, good stuff. And it was Curse of the Blind, so even if I found more items, it was just a risk that I wouldn't necessarily consider worthwhile. The only thing I'm missing right now is a key for this item room. And I have faith that either this arcade will have one for me, or I will just get one this very room. That's a bomb. Alright, well, I can bomb this dude and see if he gives me something, and I can also be bombing that shopkeeper at the same time, and look, everything worked out in my favor. Oh yeah, these guys don't aggro on me. God, I never get to take advantage of that. Daddy Longlegs is super good. It has that shadow that now follows me around. That'll stomp on stuff that it feels is worth stomping upon, and does lots of damage. Okay, so I can't place a bomb such that I can also check for a secret room, sadly. So it didn't really matter where I bombed. Nice luck up. Temperance spawns a blood donation machine, but I don't have a use for that, particularly with this kind of health. And as you see now, and as you'll see for the rest of the entire run, I'm going to be heavily using the cube of meat to do, well, the ball of bandages, but to do a lot of damage. Might cause some movement mistakes, but I'm pretty good with it, and it's absolutely worth it. Health up is good. Book of Belial Beyond giving me 2 damage up on use, also gives me a 12.5 Devil Room chance increase. And I will take both of these. Guppy's Collar is a 50% chance to revive on death. And Maw of the Void is a 1 damage up that allows me to, if I shoot for 1.5, 2, maybe 3 seconds. Sometimes it seems really short and sometimes it doesn't, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 seconds. Anyway, I do that, and I gain an upside down cross on my forehead, and when I let go, I do that. When that kills something, it can drop a black heart, and it's super good. That doesn't happen... Like, you don't get a lot of black hearts, basically. But it does happen occasionally. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen occasionally. So I'm going to go hunt down the shop, since this is a good shopping floor. It's also really good for destroying poop, so, you know, I'm pretty into that idea. I don't want that trinket, so I'm just going to wait it out. See what's in here. And I'm exploring right now just to kind of make my health situation even better than it already is. It's pretty good, but there's potential for me to kind of lose what I got. I shouldn't have picked that up yet, but I don't mind that much. That dude won't dodge my aura, which is very convenient. Spiders might not hurt me even, but I'm not certain, so I'm not gonna... Well, I might run into one just to make sure. Yeah, Daddy Longlegs is gonna get a lot of the kills that I would normally wait, basically, to get. It was too tempting. I couldn't not. So normally, if I would have just waited to get a charge for my kill, to get a possible black heart, now I can't necessarily do that. It's still okay. Perfect timing. See? Everything's fine. Oh, the box is so tempting. I don't need damage. The Devil Room chance is going to be... I'm going to miss that. But other than that, I don't really need the damage. So this item drops a trinket for me on use and doubles the effect of trinkets when relevant. Though I think for the petrified poop, it actually makes it not work at all. That's what it seems to do. Because I pretty much never got drops last time I had... Poop drops, of course. Last time I had these two things together. So this particular trinket increases at the very least my key drops, possibly my golden chest drops if it works like it was supposed to in the original Binding of Isaac, which I'm not certain of. You enjoy being trapped over there? Okay, there's not a door there. There's no fence in this fence. On this fence. Yeah, I'll take a health up. And full health, but obviously that doesn't really matter right now. So this is the thing. I am going to tank a lot of hits because I really want black hearts, and it's not going to pay off, and that's where things go wrong. If I treated it more like the way I treat the cube of meat and ball of bandages, I'd probably do better. But okay, that's an implied door, so I bomb there. Alright, science. Wait! Okay, yeah, they don't hurt me. That's cool. Just had to make sure. Now I know. See, what bothers me is you can kill like 8 million enemies and get none, and then you just kill a one-off enemy and you get a black heart. Rune bag drops a rune random for me every however long it feels like waiting. So that's pretty nice of it, because runes are really good. Looking for the shop. And that's about it. I don't miss the book too much, just because the black circle does your damage at a very high rate. It's very, very good. Useful stuff. Alright, if you say so, man. 3 flies, 3 spiders right there for that rune. Sun card sadly doesn't remove the... Alright, I'll do that. Sadly doesn't remove the Curse of Darkness. And I don't need it. I don't need the map, basically. Excellent. 1 damage up. If I get something that modifies my tears, it's 0.2 tears up. And if I get something that modifies my speed, 0.2 speed down. Alright, I will grab this, and this is still late enough, or early enough in the game, that it saves me effort and money. And required luck. Makes it so that it costs 1 cent to open any given key door. Any single key door. Double key doors will still be 2 keys. But single key doors only cost 1 penny to open now. Basically they all are arcades now. So item rooms and shops are very, very easy to open. because money is a lot cheaper and more common than keys. That's weird that I got 5. That one I expected to get 4 though, even though that doesn't make much sense. Dang man, calm down. Full map including both secret rooms. I'm not going back for that, man. See, the sun is also useful because it's 100 damage to all the enemies in the room. And full red hearts. So I'm going to keep it even though it doesn't give me the top secret room, just because it's still more useful to me for what I would want it for. Which is a quick, I don't want to fight this room, get me out of here. That's what I use it for mostly. So that was Tears and Shot Speed Up as it said. This is Holy Light, which is amazing. Chance that I shoot a Holy Tear. When it hits, summons that Beam of Light to attack stuff for me. That Beam of Light does 3 times the damage of the tear that hit. So that's pretty darn good. Has to be one of the best tear effects in the game. The sad thing is, though, the most chance you can get for it to activate through luck ups is 50%. And I don't know how much luck that takes. But sadly, you can't have 100% Holy Shot, which is the true dream. See, this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it just rains black hearts. There's nothing you can do about it. So per throw is a d6 one time. So what that means is I will go find a place to use it, basically. Okay. Chance for 5 cents. Got a bomb and a key. Perfect. Everything worked out. So the item room's really far away. Cool, getting trinkets out of the pool. Trinket pool, of course. Just so that hopefully I can see the one trinket I want most, which is cancer. So I'm not interested in the dice room. There's nothing that it most likely will offer me. A 3 in the dice room is potentially useful. The thing is, it's not as good as it used to be. A 3 in the dice room used to make it so that shops... If you'd visited the shop before that room... Curse of the Tower, I promise, but... That's fine. Anyway, if you'd visited the shop before going to that dice room... It would reroll, or it could reroll pickups into other pickups or into other shop items. And they would keep their price. Now it just can reroll them into shop items, but they have proper pricing. So they'll be 15 cents or 7 cents if they're on sale. Which doesn't help me at all, because I don't have that kind of cash, and I just am not interested thus. So there's really nothing that I'm interested in that dice room could have. A 5, okay. But since I got that golden key, I may as well check. Same with the chest room, right here. So Tech 2 is really, really bad, and not in any way interesting. So I don't feel bad about that. Alright, you can back off. Sadly, I can't get to... Wow, good job. I can't get to the 4 corner chests here. I don't have the right trinket. The trinket I have now, that I swapped my other one for, makes it so that there is a 15% chance, normally an extra 15% chance, that an item room will be a double item room, where I get to select my item from 2 and the other will disappear. But I assume it doubles with my item, so it becomes that 30% chance, which is really, really nice. So 5 does have some use. It means that I'd definitely be giving up on going to boss rush. But I don't think either one is honestly more valuable at this point, because I have, of course, Holy Light anyway. Alright, that's where I was hoping to see. Top secret room. What are you? Trapdoor. Can have a ladder, though, if it wants. It didn't want. So it doesn't really matter which way I go, but I guess if I... By the way, that was totally worth it. I guess if I want to guarantee the items, I should go with the floor reroll. Oh, let's hit these up too. So that item was 1 damage up and range up of some amount. I don't know range values. Alright, I'm gonna save this for this Perthro rune for a Devil room, hopefully, where I have like 2 items, preferably. Spawn next to the item room, which is pretty cool. That doesn't happen often at all. So let's see what's in there. Tempting, but I've gotta take Midas Touch. Midas Touch makes it so that if I come in contact with an enemy, it turns to gold. If the enemy dies while gold, it drops more money for me. Trinket also does, or sorry, the item also does contact damage equal to my coin count. So right now it would do 17 contact damage, and that's super good, and it only makes itself better as it starts one-shotting stuff all the time. So of course Curse of the Tower is when you get hit, you spawn those troll bombs. It's okay though, because it no longer chains with itself. Previously, if you hit yourself with the Curse of the Tower bombs that it spawned, it would activate again and you could just chain yourself to death. But now troll bombs don't activate your Curse of the Tower anymore, and that's not an issue. That's a useful trinket too. Wow, I just can't get rid of this rune. Of course it got knocked toward me there. Rib of Greed means that greed can't be in the shop or secret room as long as you hold it. Oh yeah, I could actually take this. That's not a big deal. It's only caves too. So, it's too far away for me to be particularly interested in carrying it around, and there's already a mini-boss this floor, but on any other floor, where I didn't know there was a mini-boss, for example, the strat is to carry it around for that floor, even if you have another trinket that you want, so that you can't get greed in your shop, unless you really don't care, or you want greed for whatever reason. And then once you've gone to your shop with it, you can just, you know, go get your other trinket. Another thing about it, though, is apparently, if you activate it, or if you've already fought greed in your shop and then you find that item, you can take it to the shop and it will give you a normal shop. So you can get the greed fight and the normal shop, which is pretty cool. So that's a reason that you only, like, even if I didn't have this mini-boss here, I could opt to not carry it around and only make use of it if I had to. You know, if I found that there was greed in the shop. Or secret room, I suppose, would also work. Oh, I don't have any bombs. Well, that kind of answers that. Where did those go? Alright, I guess I'll check again. I have a ton of keys. 6 is an absolute no. Rerolls my build and all sorts of stuff. All the items on the floor, and it's crazy. Doubles the damage and increases the size of my familiars. That's really good with the cube or ball bandages. And Daddy Longlegs, you saw the shadow got bigger. This thing randomly gives me charges for my active item, or drops batteries, or freezes all of the enemies in the room temporarily. Regardless, it's good. Now this is a really good trinket that if I weren't being really greedy, I would probably take. But I want my double item rooms. So that trinket doubles your invincibility frames, and it does get doubled by my active item that doubles trinket effects, so you get like way forever invincibility frames, and it's awesome. I don't want either of these items. They're both bad, so they're still both bad. Wait, where? Oh, the black heart's in this room and I can't get it. That's right. I'll play your game, video game. I'm gonna go grab the Ansa's rune, just because I want to have the full map next floor. I'm not making boss rush and I can accept this. So, away. Away we go. And then back we go to not away. An exhausting backtrack. What an exhausting backtrack, because I'm slow. I haven't gotten anything that affects my speed, but like I haven't gotten anything that affects my speed positively. And there aren't any like 0.1 speed up, so even if I get a speed up, it's not going to be negative from the small rock activating. But if I get a speed down, I'm going super far down, which I don't want. I still have no bombs, yo. Okay. Thanks, my dude. And thanks, my dude. I guess I check you out. I have one bomb now. There you go. Sometimes that room decides to hit you. That's 30 seconds of invincibility right there, which would definitely be enough to kill pretty much anything with my ball bandages. But I'm saving this rune for the next floor or the floor after that. We'll see. I'm saving this rune for eventually. Doubled my money there. There's the tinted rock, so I'll get that. See what this is. Never black market. Now that's probably a pretty good trinket, except that I don't have any items that would activate it. Gives you 0.2 damage up for all of the evil items you have. Which is some list that I don't know the entire thing of. Oh my god, constant! Alright, never mind, I'll use one this floor. Can't take them both with me at the moment. That might change, since I do have 50% off in shops. Okay, I did want that to die. Each of those segments could drop a black heart, by the way, if killed by the thing. This is a useful item. It tells me when I'm next to any room that is not immediately identified. So if I'm next to a sacrifice room, for example, or if I'm next to a secret room and haven't used my present rune, or if I'm in a secret room and I don't know that there's a shop or item room next to me, anything like that, it'll tell me that there's a special room next to me. Best for finding the secret rooms without having to worry. So that's the primary thing that I'll use it for. I didn't mean to blow that up. But, fortunately, I can save the bombs that I don't have right now by pushing both of these towards this lovely barrel of TNT. And then they can hit me with unlimited keys for the floor that I have no further use for at this point. I only have 2 bombs, and that bedroom's not worth literally a thing to me, so I'm not going to worry about that. Even at 3 bombs, that bedroom's not worth anything to me. Blank rune is a random rune effect, as well as a chance to drop another blank rune on use. There we go. Little Steve. I'm just going to say screw it at this point. I don't need it. And it's fine. Now, there's no reason that that matters. Screw it, I'm just going to use it again. Because I already have other familiars, 2 other familiars, taking up the best 2 slots, which are the first 2 slots, of course. So, it's not like, big deal. Because for the most part, I'm not going to get, dang, anything else to Oh, what are you? Double my keys. Sweet. Hey, the moral of the story is it doesn't matter if I take it or not, because it's both not good in the first place, and I don't need it. See, I knew I'd get another one of these runes. I always seem to right now. Well, I need to keep Perthrow. I did already miss Boss Rush, though, so I know I'm not using it there, which means I'd only get to use it in a Devil Room right now. Or a Double Item Room, perhaps. Fingers crossed, I suppose. I'm playing with my hands on the wrong sides of the controller, using the wrong fingers for each key. Is what I'm saying by saying fingers crossed. Crossed everything. And then there's this too. So I guess I'm going to try to make use of this Perthrow quickly as possible. But actually I'm going to the shop first because I know it's not Greed, because I just fought Greed and I got a bunch of money. Now I pretty much one-shot everything if I run into them, but I don't necessarily want to run into them. So restock's a good buy. It makes it so that anytime I buy something from the shop, it's replaced by something of the same nature. But that doesn't matter because I don't have any more shops. Unless I get to Hush, which I can't assure that this run would even fight Hush. My fire rate is far too bad. Wow, nothing useful. I actually want my money. So even though I'll hit 99 cents, screw Bumbo, because Bumbo's not even that good. It's pretty neutral, but I'll just take the black hearts, it's fine. Black heart. Alright. Let's fight Boss Woman. Yeah, no Devil Room, man. So unlike last time, I'm going to intentionally pick the correct thing rather than unintentionally pick the incorrect thing. And there was no Devil Room or anything, so we're just kind of out of here. Alright. Now is the time to drop the same rune that you've been dropping constantly every other floor. But that's probably not going to happen because it's never lucky. We'll see. There's time, there's ability. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Doesn't have to be optimal use for this item. Though my current trinket is pretty useless now, since there are no more item rooms. Except the two in Hush, which are guaranteed double item rooms, so my trinket is literally worthless. In every sense. That's not what I wanted. Note that doesn't work on others of the same rune, that's why this didn't get duplicated. Don't have a use for that. Don't have a use for Karma either. Okay then. That was close. Not a big deal though. I'm gonna get the rune that I want at like the last possible moment. That's fine. Kills everything. I don't have to worry. I can't get to that chest, so I don't even have to let it have a chance to hit me. I could get that chest. I can afford it, key-wise. But I could also get a bunch of free chests. Or I could end up with Guppy's tail and have all the chests I could ever hope for. Let's see. It's another one. Can't really make use of either. But you know, I've got them. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed there. Because they all spawn next to me. Thanks. No Tinted Rock. I could get to that, but I have to take damage in order to open it, so I'm not going to do that. I wish I'd been wrong about Curse of the Tower. That's about the only thing I can say at this point. Thank you. See, there it is, right at the end of the floor, as expected. But it could have been worse. Wow, I missed the dude with the thing, and that... Forever unlucky. Forever unlucky. That too. Pure just terrible luck. I'm not having a good time here. I really don't want to go back for that soul heart, but I can double that soul heart one time, and that's 2 whole soul hearts. Well, I guess technically this is better for me. Every time I pick up a coin, 50% chance that I also get a key drop. And as tempting as it is to say, from a viewer perspective, when someone gets hit a lot, none of that damage was particularly stupid. Like, at all. In all honesty. Alright, so here's the strat. Because this gives me a speed up, I'm going to take this. But the problem that I'm about to have now is that this is going to affect my speed, and I'm going to be screwed when I drop this, because the small rock is going to wreck my day. But it's worth it in the short run, which is all I'm worried about right now. So Dead Cat sets me to 1 red heart and gives me 9 respawns at 1 red heart, which is pretty neat. It's also a second guppy piece for me, which I also appreciate. So this is the other thing I wanted. But it's rather unlikely that I make the 3rd piece happen, which kind of less than great. So as you can see, I'm pretty slow. I should be 0.2 slower than I was. We'll see how it goes. What do you want me to do with this? This room is an implied door, so even if I didn't have the item I do have, I would have bombed there. And I got a luck up for it, so that's good. Since I have the extra, I'll double these and get 4 chests for the price of 1. I was planning on there being an item, of course. So I got 2 Wheel of Fortunes here, which is all well and good, except that I have a better supply of items. So if I take this to the chest and bomb it, it gives me an item for free, but this gives me 4 more items and I have enough keys. So sadly, just not a useful pickup, as it normally would be. That would have been dumb damage. But my kill speed's good. No wouldn't be a bad pickup. Makes it so that use items don't drop unless they're guaranteed drops from something. I wasn't sure if I would escape that, but it looked like I would, and then I didn't. Perthrow I don't really have a use for. But Perthrow is of equal efficiency in the chest, potentially, but it has the potential to be lower. It's only better if you don't pick up any of your first 4 items, basically. So in general, you can't say it's as good, but it could be as good. Didn't even make Hush? I'm okay with that. This run couldn't have handled Hush. Alright, we're not getting the stuff we want right now. As you can see, my health's making a bit of a recovery. And I'm at 99 cents, so that's good. No Polaroid invincibility, but that's not a big deal. Hopefully. card is the Empress. This is invincibility. This is like the top secret room, which is strange. Barely missed getting the chest there. Can't afford the health chest, sadly. And I'll come back for that battery after one more room. Of course it's a dead end. A death end if you prefer. Which, you know, is only the world's most terrible joke ever. But that's okay. There have been worse. See, that didn't make sense and it was funny. So we still haven't found the cancer trinket. It's not a huge deal. I don't need the fire rate to be successful. My damage output is good. But it certainly doesn't hurt. So I'm checking for lucky pennies, of course, as well as extra keys that I almost have no chance of using. Going in. Made Guppy, for once. Gives me flight, and every time I hit with a tier, I spawn a kamikaze fly that does twice my damage. So, for once, I actually had something come of picking up Guppy pieces. That, like, never happens anymore. It's super rare now. But that makes my life a lot easier. That's why I went in there, of course. Even if it never pays off. It can't pay off if you don't even try. So, sadly, the way flight works with curse rooms is you don't have to pay to fly in, but you have to pay to fly out. This is how I recover my health. Friend? There you are. Removes floor curse and gives a soul heart. That's useful. Pick it up. And then I have no idea where to go, but since that had an extra path off of it, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of take a guess. Oh, also every hit from the black circle will, you know, spawn me a nice friendly kamikaze fly. I guess with all these extra keys and this room, I may as well. Oh, unlimited keys for the floor. I didn't want that, but it doesn't really matter because it's not like I was going to be able to get rid of my red hearts. So this trinket is a chance that when I use a card or pill, another identical one will drop. So that's great for my current rune. Which means I'm all about that. That little bit of extra damage could have been the difference. So I don't want to use this until next floor in case it does drop the trinket that I'm looking for, so that I still get to use this one for the start of this room. It didn't. It didn't activate. It's not surprising. But you still may as well check, right? Okay, so 0.6 speed up. Range up and shot height up. I may as well because I'm already overpowered by being Guppy. Lets me spawn laser circles, do tons of damage. Won't do anything with my current setup, but it's -2 fire rate delay, so I can shoot this a lot faster. So that's something. This won't do anything with my current setup either. I can't use that. This is a revival as Dark Judas. I'll have a 2.0 character multiplier and otherwise be Judas. Okay, it leaves stuff under enemies sometimes. I don't know when. BBF bounces around and blows up when it hits stuff. Cool guy, I guess. Full map. I guess I'll full clear since it's really, really convenient on this particular layout. And yes, the D100 exists, but build rerolls are like pretty not fun. In all honesty, they are not fun at all for the most part. Unless your entire run is built around them. Now, of course, I don't care about having a cancer trinket. My reflection might not do anything. Oh, it makes them super fast. Okay, that makes sense, actually, because it gives you a shot speed up at close distance. So that's actually bad, because that means you can't get as many hits. So, of course, the more time that the item, the circle spends on an enemy, the more damage you can do. This prevents me from getting that as much. It's not the end of the world, though. It doesn't matter much at all, because I'm still super overpowered just by having it. I could teleport to the boss. I also really love how Curse of the Maze is totally on my side right now. It really wants this full clear to happen. By which I mean the opposite. Oh, so nice. When those guys just die. It's the best. I don't think BBF has hit anything yet. Such a useful rune. That can never activate. Oh, I missed a room. I'm really not going to worry about that room then. Okay. That looks so cool when the Tech X is like fully charged and comes out of the black circle, pretty much. It just looks super cool. I'm into it. Not up to you if you get hit by that attack. Fortunately, I didn't. So this is my typical experience with this use item, by the way. It just never gives me good trinkets, but I can't say that because last time it actually gave me cancer in the like early game-ish. So once in a while it does, just not often. Hey, that's what I was looking for. Curved Horn plus 2 damage, so in this case plus 4. Alright. Cool, free item. May as well take it, all stats up. However minor, why not? Per throw. I'm just gonna use it here. No biggie. Hello, friend. That doesn't do anything on the chest, so no biggie. And we did it. And I got a fork. Thank you for the fork, video game. Your support is appreciated. Thank you very much, all of you, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you next time.